Hi everybody, this is Robin from Roaming with Rover. Thank you so much for joining in today. We're back with Lizzy. This is Miss Lizzy. And isn't she coming out beautiful? Oh my gosh, let me stand up so you can see. I just love how this is working out. There you go. Look at that. Just stunning. I absolutely adore it. So, this week, we started with Kitty, and we did 15 rows of Kitty, just like we've been doing every week. And so my 15 rows of Kitty are these rows right here, these rows and these colors. Oh, I just love these blues, they're so beautiful. What did you think about the special stitches this week? I didn't have any problem, no problem at all with them. I liked the way what did they call this? What did she call this? A bean stitch? A berry stitch. I like the way the berry stitch laid real flat. Yeah, I found that interesting. I thought it gave a real interesting look without that bumpiness. I thought that was really cool. And I love this A stitch. I'm going to play around with that A stitch and see how to do it in stripes. A project just with the A stitch. I think that would look really, really cool. So I'm going to play with that one for sure, but I really like that stitch. Yeah. Are you guys doing okay with it? Are you having any problems with the specialty stitches? Again, Anja's videos are so well done. And I especially like the fact that, you know, you've done a stitch like the A stitch here. Well, how do I do the next row? And then she explains it very, very clearly. So there's no problem whatsoever with moving on to the next section or the next row in each area. Yeah, so I like the way that's turning out a lot. I wanted to talk about the yarn. I remember a week or two ago I told you that the yarn was starting to get to where I was breaking some of the bands, and so I used those little clippies to hold everything together. Well, that's not working anymore. The yarn, my beautiful, beautiful bag of yarn. Remember when we started, we had that big, beautiful bag of yarn? Not anymore. So now we got a mess of yarn, and the yarn's kind of falling apart, or the balls are falling apart. The yarn's not falling apart. The balls are falling apart. Well, Dana from Dana's Wonderful Electric Crochet gave me a tip. So I'm giving you this tip. And probably everybody already does this. I'm always the last one. I'm always late to the party on these things. So she said, get a Ziploc baggie, put the yarn in it, and write the name of the yarn on the front of it. Game changer. Now I'm not having to chase down labels, because there's 15 colors in here. And you start chasing down labels and it's a problem. Also, it's keeping the yarn cleaner. You know, dog hair at my house. Dog hair, cat hair, people hair. There's a lot of hair. So it's going to keep the yarn cleaner, and especially, not all of them. I wasn't able to do a center pull on all of them. So some of them it's running from the outside. But the ones with that center pull, it's real easy to pull that out of here as I'm working along. In fact, this one might be one of my center pulls. Yeah, this is one of the center pulls. So it's real easy to pull this up while I'm working on it right here in the bag. It's not a problem at all. So it's not as pretty in the pretty bag anymore, but it's a lot more useful. And I still have a couple of them that I haven't put in bags yet. So I'm just putting them in the bags as I come across the colors. I'm doing the colors. So I still have a couple more. See, this one's got my little clippy on it. I still have a couple more that I have not put in bags yet, but I'm almost have them all in bags at this point. And it really is making a big difference for me. And actually, I'll be honest, it's easier to find the colors. It's easier to find the big writing on the side than to track down the thing and find the little tag and find right on that tag where it is. So it's actually easier. And like I said last week, we are past the halfway point. So we've got the second half of Kitty for that's this week is the second half of Kitty. And then we're going to have 2 weeks of, what is her name? Lydia. 2 weeks of Lydia. And then we're doing the edging. So we're on the downhill slope for sure. And we still have I have a lot of yarn left. I mean a lot. But I do remember her saying that when we're doing the edge, when you get to the edge, I don't think going from memory here. Don't beat me up if I'm wrong. I remember her saying something about that we didn't pick a particular color. We just used what we had the most of. And I know for myself, at this point, she is going to be about 40 wide with the edging, probably 44 wide. And I just measured her, and she's exactly 36 inches long. So, you know what I should have done? I should measure, and I know I've done it before, so let's do it again. Let's measure how much this is, because I've got this nifty thing right here where we've got, here at the shop, we've got yardsticks on the sides of things, so it makes it so easy to measure something. So I know you can't see me from here, but one half of a section is 5.5 inches. So about 11 inches per section. So I've got Lydia, so that's going to be another 11 inches. So that's 36, that's 46, 47-ish. And then 5.5, so 47, 48, 49, 52, 52, 53. And I think I said at the beginning it'd be about 55. So I'm right in there. But I'm going to make this, I like my blankets bigger. And if I end up with quite a bit of yarn left over, I'm going to go round and round and round that thing and give it some width on the edging. And she said it's perfectly fine to do that. But my going from memory, I think she said that you're just going to start with whatever you have the most of color-wise and start making your edging that way. And I want to say one of my friends who's really good with color, and you know that's not me, said that when you're doing things with multicolors, that you start with your lighter color and then you move out to your darker colors. But I also, you know what I also could do is take a section that I really like the color combination, like right in here, and follow that same color combination so I get a good mix of the darks and lights all the way out. I don't know. There's a lot of options and I'm not there yet. But I'm thinking about it. It's running through my little brain right now. I am thinking about it. So again, the directions are down below in the description box. All the info you need for everything is always down below in the description box. I'm so pleased with the pictures you guys have been sending me. I love all the different color combinations. We've got solid colors, we've got multiple colors, we've got 2 or 3 colors, just really, really great color combinations, which is exciting to see the difference, the flavor that it gives this. This is one of the very few patterns where by the time I'm to this point, I usually go, I will be glad when I am done with this, and I am never making it again. It's not the case on this one. I'm really enjoying the process on this one. I'm enjoying learning the new stitches, but it's not so overwhelming that I'm tearing my hair out. It's been really interesting learning the new stitches, mixing them in with the other stitches, seeing the color combinations, seeing how they turn out, and just in general, doing something that I would not have done before. I absolutely can see myself making this in school colors, because often school colors are 2 or 3 colors, or sometimes it's like 2 main colors with 1 background color. One of the schools that I'm thinking of that's in my head, Gonzaga University. You guys have probably heard of that. Or they've got a big basketball team, so they often make it to March Madness. They often make it into the top 8 or 4. Many times they've been above that, but I don't want to jinx them. So their main colors are their mascot is a bulldog. So it's a gray, and then they use a red, they use a white, they use a blue, and kind of all of the combination of any of those colors. Those would look amazing in a blanket. And, you know, since each one of these things is 6, the rotations is 5. How many is it? Is it 5 or is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 rows in each set of instructions on these things. And so if you had 5 colors, that would look amazing. And I would just do the same 5 colors over and over and over. That would look really, really cool. So I'm really thinking about doing that as a future project. Not right away, because, you know, I got a few projects on the list already, because that's how I roll. But anyhow, we're going to be the second half of Kitty now we're starting. So we're going to do the last 15 rows of Kitty. And for me, I start with Duck Egg Blue, one of my favorite colors. Nope, that's Storm Blue. Where's the Duck Egg Blue? That's teal. I'm loving this color a lot too, this teal. So pretty. So, so pretty. That's Lincoln. See, that's what I'm saying. So much easier to grab these. This is my Duck Egg Blue. So this is the next color I'm going to use. And, whoops, this is one of my favorite colors. So pretty. And, yeah, get the label back in there. I have enjoyed working with this yarn. I never worked with it before, but this is going to be something I'm going to have on my radar for working with in the future, because it's been a joy to work with. No splitting whatsoever. The balls themselves, sometimes I've had a problem finding that center pull, but you know, that's kind of the way it goes with these things. Little bit of yarn barf, yarn spit up, not yarn barf. I'm probably going to jinx myself here too, knock on wood. I have not found one knot in the middle of my skein, not one. And I'm working with 15 different skeins of yarn. That's phenomenal. I'll tell you what, I have bought skeins of yarn where I've got a knot, it seems like every 2 rows. So just that in and of itself has made working with this yarn a joy, an absolute joy. I wish that I would have measured one of these. I'll do that next week. I will measure a couple of these and see how many grams we've got left going into the last section. So that'll be interesting to see, because I don't have a scale here. Nope, that's one of the few things we don't have here, is a little scale that I can measure with. So that'll be interesting. I will do that next week when we come on. I'll have that information for you. But there we are. We're getting ready for the second half of Kitty. Please continue to leave your comments. It's been so much fun reading them, and send me the pictures to the email. It's roamingwithrover3@gmail.com, and I'm loving the pictures. And again, at the end, I'm going to do a montage of all of the pictures, not all the pictures, a montage of some of the pictures. And if I can figure out, and you guys know me, if I can figure out how, I will put your name with your picture, if you want me to. If you don't want me to, of course I won't do that. And the reality is, I probably won't be able to figure out how. I'm going to try, but I probably won't be able to figure out how. What I can do is list your name in the description box. I can absolutely do that. If you want your name in there, I will put your name in the description box. And maybe I can put like what colors you're using, or like I can say Susie Jones, red, white, and blue, something like that, something pretty simple. If that doesn't work out, then I'll list the names of everybody who's participating. And I that has sent me pictures. I really am loving the pictures, and I love that you guys are doing this. And I've heard from a few people that you are listening to the reading and that you're enjoying it. That makes me really happy. The reading of the book that's what kind of started this whole thing. Originally, I was just going to read a book, and then I figured out to do this crochet along with it. So I'm really glad that you are enjoying the reading of the book as well. I enjoyed a great deal doing the videos of it. I enjoyed reading the book myself because I had never read it. Can you believe that? As much as I read, I'd never read that. So let me know let me know in the comments below, if you are enjoying the reading of the book, are you listening to it? Would you like other books in the future? And if so, what book would you like me to read? Give me some ideas. Now, the rules with reading the books, they have to be in public domain. So I can't read the cute new cozy mystery, and I'm just making stuff up, vampire knitting ladies, whatever. They have to be in public domain. So it's the older books, it's the classics, Little Women, and stuff like this. So if, I just want your opinion. If that's something you'd like to see in the future, let me know, yes or no. And tell me no if you think, I ain't listening to you read, lady, it's ridiculous. Tell me. If you would be interested in hearing other books, let me know, and give me some suggestions on what books you would like to hear me read. And I know there's some other folks out there that are going to be doing some readings of books as well. And as soon as that I know that's a for sure thing, I'm going to be supporting them 1,000,000%. So that's it for this week. I don't think I forgot anything. There's nothing new to download, because last week we had the video with the instructions and the free pattern, and for this week's section of it. And so I don't have anything new to add to the description. So just keep plugging along. Let me know how you're doing, and keep sending me those pictures and those comments. And we will see you next week. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.